Well, hello there. I've got hurdy-gurdies in me here. Adrian, what are you doing? Hello! I think Automod took issue with the term to fuck up that chicken, apparently. Apparently it was hostile. Which is unsurprising. But yeah, Automod is silly. And I have corrected it. Hello! If nobody knows what I'm talking about, that's about on par. That's very specific. This Automod is. I don't know precisely how, but it is. Yeah. Anywho, hello. Hello and welcome to Strem. Last Citadel of Chaos Strem, unless you decide to do nothing. Somehow. And I don't force the issue. How are we all doing? Are we all good? I have not done vocal warm-ups. And I probably should. Went to the zoo! Ooh, what did you see? And if you say animals, I applaud your chutzpah. Lots of animals. See, this caught me off guard there. Giving a clarifier. You made a finale, yay! Welcome to the last, I don't know how long this is going to take, 20 minutes? And then we draw a picnic. Yeah. So, speaking of which, let's actually go to the thing. Yeah, we're in the middle of the action. Let's give a quick recap of what happened last time. Last time, you fell asleep in front of a door. You did that. That was the thing. Just forget how big certain animals are. They're bigger than they are in photographs, because photographs tend to be small. Same with screens and things. There was that post going around recently doing the rounds of like wolves. They're bigger than you think they are. Lynxes are smaller than you think they are. Capybaras much bigger than you think they are. It's like everyone seems to think that they're different sizes. Yes. So yes, you fell asleep in front of a door. Then you woke up. You went to a library to get the code, because it was in a book, of course. You saw lynxes. Marvellous. I was about to say, do they smell nice? But I'm fairly certain lynx is not the name of the deodorant outside of Britain. Because it's called Axe in America, isn't it? Anywho. That's a regional joke, and it won't translate. So. No wolves, though. They went on the approved route. They should have followed the signs. Lynxes are they are. So, yes, what happened is you went to a library to find the code to the door, because obviously the person who made the door to protect themselves from everything in the castle decided to put the code to that door in the castle. It's a dark. Hello. How you doing? Tigers are gigantic. They are. They tend to be. You then kick the door open, and with a strength spell threw some lead shot into the room, acting as a shotgun, which hit the demi-sorcerer, who you are here to assassinate, who is also a chicken, for reasons that I've forgotten. Muscle kittens. No. In retaliation, he summoned a claw beast, who's my new friend. Oh yeah, he threw a trident at your face, but it missed, so it's fine. It clipped your shoulder, but it didn't hurt. He's a demi-sorcerer, and the other half is a chicken, yes. I don't know how we came to that particular conclusion, but he's half sorcerer, half chicken. Don't ask. Then you threw the claw beast into the middle of the room, smashing the table. And he's getting ready to do a spell of some sort. Can't remember precisely what it is, but it did involve setting this thing on fire, and you hid behind one of the bookcases. Oh no, this was full of weapons, wasn't it? It's got swords and spears and stuff. Hiding behind that, throwing knives. One of them hit, if I remember correctly. That photo tab pop up. What? With who? Oh, this one. Who? I don't know. Oh, there it is. So... Oh, but it missed. A shot, and I missed. Yes, and then he started doing a weird thing with his head, and it turned out, blah, snakes. Fortunately, you had a mirror. That's not a mirror, that's a rope. For some reason. You had a mirror, and it was fine. Oh no, you got the rope out to lasso him, to bring him close to you. Fortunately, you failed, because if you would have brought him close to you, the snakes would have been a bad idea. But then you got the mirror out, and everything was fine. You haven't really moved, have you? This cabinet's burnt out at this point. I can't remember what else happened there. Something happened here, something sparkly. Oh yeah, zaps. You threw a wooden axe at him with a strength spell. While he was charging up his spell, you charged up, or Beth charged up her strength spell to throw the wooden axe, and they basically cancelled out. But you had a strength spell in order to do a couple of rounds of attacking. This is how the stats are at the moment. You both have the same skill, effectively. You have 11 skill at the moment, but you've got +1 for the sword you have. You're not using the sword, but it gives you +1. And you have at the moment 12 health. Yeah, and he has 8. So you are technically winning right now. Question, what time of day is it in-game? Are there windows in the room? Because if it's day, then there are windows, and that book was true. You can really fuck about. You've been asleep. You fell asleep. How are you supposed to know what time of day it is? But you went into the castle when it was nighttime. You fell out of the castle. No, you went into the castle when it was sunset. You fell out of the castle when it was full nighttime. And you've spent a lot of time wandering around the castle since then. So... that's my answer. Yep. Yes, it's time. My favorite time. Hey kids, welcome to the show. You know what time it is? It's... yay! Where's a magic clock when you need it? F time, hopefully not. Well, maybe for someone. Someone's probably going to not make it out of this encounter. Has the pocket myriad got a watch? Probably. Will you find it in time? That's the question. It's a myriad. It's difficult to find. Myriad means 10,000, doesn't it? So it has 9,999 things on it after you broke one of them off. It's magic, it'll regrow. Don't think that's how magic works. Not automatically, anyway. You could probably enchant it so that that does happen. But there you go. Anyway, what are we doing? You're in the middle of a fight. This is action and adventure. Thingy-mabobs. You gonna go for the curtain? You gonna attack him with the hammer? Your strength spell's worn off at this point. It's now 12v12 again. Strength spells give you +3, but it also gives him an opportunity to attack you with something horrible and nasty while you're casting it. Thing doesn't make sense with how much it has in the space it occupies. Don't question magic. Yeah, I know, but it can mess around with dimensions and time and stuff like that without regrowing. Growth and spatial distortions. I was about to use the TARDIS as an example, and I've just realised that's a terrible example. Because the rules that a TARDIS are all over the place. And it probably can regrow. Not even entirely sure it's a machine. Probably organic at this point. It has Helena Bonham Carter in it somewhere. Pocket knife of holding, yes. Oh, we've auto-saved. Look at all the changes we've made. That was a different one from a dimension it didn't break. Again, there's 9,999 of them left. There might be several of the little doodads that you snapped off. I can't even remember what it was you snapped off. Look, there's loads of them, don't worry about it. You know, practically speaking, 10,000 is a lot. That's why the word myriad has come to mean a lot. Because back in the day, back in the Greek days, there is a curtain, yes. At the end of the room. We kill the fast food mascot. I mean, how do you intend to do so? I'm fairly confident in what happens for the rest of the book that I probably don't need to read it. A claw beast! Bet you're no match for a claw beast. Turns out you were. Pull down curtain, hopefully let sun in. Fingers crossed. People are confused about the sun. What if his knight needs a were-rooster? Were-fowl. I suppose he's not half chicken, is he? He's half... What's the general term for that species? There's a chicken and a rooster, but what's the one that applies to both of them? Is it chicken? Is a rooster a chicken? Is a rooster a male chicken, if that makes sense? Yeah, I think it is. What would a were-rooster that already looks like this turn into? Oh, it's rooster and hen. Ah. Oh, yeah. How do words work? I don't know. I'm just the one saying things here. You expect me to know how to speak? What do we got? We have 2 votes for pull down curtain to hopefully let sun in, and 1 for another strength spell. Question mark. Well, that's 2 for the curtain. Are we all happy with that? I'm pretty sure there is a way of doing that in the book. Let's flick to that. Is it that? Should have annotated my map. Might as well try. See if we can roll a continue d6. Oh yeah, might as well. Old time's sake. Roll 2d6. Hen is a female fowl, so chickens, turkeys, quail, etc. Oh, okay, so hen applies to all of those. A were-rooster would be 8 foot tall, bipedal, buff chicken man. Okay. Oh, so you're hoping it's night and he turns into that. But he's already half demi-sorcerer, half chicken. To be fair, we don't know what species the demi-sorcerer was. So... We also saw turkeys today. Alright then. For old time's sake, roll 2d6. For old time's sake. Turkeys at the zoo. They're in the same area as the reindeer. That's the Christmas section, right? A zoo or a market? Why not both? You know, they've got to make money somehow. Try and encourage the animals to put on a good show. Why'd you put them in a zoo? It's an animal you don't see very often. Might as well. Oh, it might be a rare type of turkey, you never know. Reindeer is so much smaller than you think. I don't know, never seen. So yes, do roll. Whoever thinks they're lucky, do roll 2d6 for old time's sake. Just turkeys in there. Oh, they weren't supposed to be there. They just got in there. They're just, you know, friends. The reindeer have pets as well. That's nice. Careful petting turkeys, they bite. I'm sure they say the same thing about us. That's a low roll, isn't it? Look at that. All right then. Well, Beth jumps up, remembers the book, runs to the curtains and drags them down. As the drapes fall to the floor, you actually pull it with enough force to bring down the entire curtain pole. You're still talking about turkeys and zoos. As the drapes fall, daylight streams in through the window. You've realised since you've been asleep outside of the door, you have no idea what time it is. Turns out it's day now, and the sun is going through the window. I don't know why somebody who's allergic to sun would put a window in his room that faces the sunrise, but there we are. The sun is a welcome relief after many hours of darkness, both inside and outside the thing. A thump behind you makes you turn around to your adversary, who is now lying in a heap on the floor. You take a step towards and he lets out a blood-curdling scream, apparently. That's blood-curdling, okay? Just so we know.
The curtain, you fool!
He gasps in a voice that is obviously weak and dying.
You curtain, you fool!
I don't think I'm muted. Hello? Oh. This is a smooth thing, isn't it? No, I'm here. Refresh. Hello. I was turning reverb on or off. Is that a thing? Can you hear me? Me. If that's not working, it might be cutting me off. But anyway. Evidently the daylight you've let in is sapping his strength rapidly. He's trying desperately to crawl to the shadows, but he's too weak to move far, and he slumps to the ground, face down. Thump. I suppose I better draw that at some point. But I'll give you a clue. I'm turning to page 400. Balthus Dire, lying at your feet, is... Well, are we going to say that he's dead, or are we going to say that he's got no power and you can take him away and... whatever. Now, yeet him from the tower. Okay, that answers that question. I don't know. You can shade him a bit if you want some mercy. But then again, he was planning to kill literally everybody. It's just because he's a fun chicken. Just wondered whether or not you wanted to... No, it's up to you. Your mission has been completed. That's it. Well done. The Vale of Willow is safe from the attack, at least for the time being. To make sure his plan is destroyed, you take the drapes from the window and spread them across the table. No, you don't do that because there's a claw beast sitting on it. Yeah. And that's it. It says some other stuff in the book about using a levitation spell to jump out the window and goes to the ground, but I think Beth is probably not willing to do that after last time. Still talking about turkeys. He's just defeated that. Yeah, that's it. Well done. You've read a book and you understand knowledge is power. So yeah, well done. You beat the book. I'm glad Ragdoll wasn't here last time. Because that would literally have been it. You just go in the door, open the drapes, done. So we got a bit of a fight out of it. It just so happens that we did all the fight last time. So You still talking about Thuse? There are many flaws in this chicken's plan. Not least of all being the window. There's that stoical expression we've come to love. What an exciting finale this was. I thought it's fitting given how the rest of the game went. It was all a bit anticlimactic. You don't like sunshine. Heroes have to win and villains need to have their weakness close at hand for troops. For musicians to come along and sing about them. Oh well, Beth got to have a good fight. That's all Beth really cares about. In this particular instance, she wanted to beat up an arsehole. It's always good fun. There we are, trusty hammer. By her side all along. To be fair, you were here last week and you just didn't remember the book until yesterday when you were procrastinating on class prep thinking about literally anything else. Fair enough. Yeah, that was in a book you read ages ago. When you first went to the library, before you got knocked out and met Callan Corn. Fizzing, I imagine. Bit of Wicked Witch of the West action. Table's still here. Yeah, and that's that. Congratulations! You have completed it. And survived it. The Citadel of Chaos. There you go. So that's that. So should we spend the rest of the stream drawing a picnic with all your friends that you met in the place and talking about the things you missed? And the things... It's a bit silly to have that this is a weakness code to our Sanctum book, not in your own room. Yeah, I reckon the librarian nicked it. Picnic! Draw the picnic. A couple of things I do want to show though. So this is... Before we move on to the picnic, this is the map that I drew of the game. Roughly, you pretty well explored most of it. It must be said. These are all the pages, and now you get to and from them all. I color coded them this time by room, so that I could work my way around things. You did a lot of it. This is the this was all of the Balthus Dire stuff. This looks like your GM notes, yeah. I'm quite proud of how I untangled this. It looks tangled, but I don't think you can untangle it anymore. So, these are instant death areas. The moment you try and get something out of your bag while he's trying to cast a spell, or the moment he tries to get you to obey him, join his side. You skipped all that. In fact, you were very dangerously close to getting in the door, missing the trident, throwing your way through the claw beast, and then just going, screw it, let's attack him, and then winning the game. Just skipping all of this. You were so close to actually doing that, but you decided to actually try something else. So, thank you for that, otherwise this would have been a waste of time. The other thing I wanted to show was... I don't suppose you remember Stream 3, the VOD of which was called Content Repellent. Here's why it was called Content Repellent. Because this was the dog ape and the ape dog. Do you remember those on the front gate? This is all the courtyard stuff. You then went into the building, you met the leprechaun, and all that sort of thing. This is where you started the second stream. Okay, this was by the butler. And the wheelies who you didn't meet at the time. You started there, you ended the stream over here. Just sort of skipping through areas without actually doing anything. You missed this entire part of the book in that stream. Which is why I wanted to call it Content Repellent, because it's just... You skipped over half the book. You went, butler, hi butler, let's leave. Pantry, let's grab some food. Kitchen, oh yeah, 3 nice old ladies, let's go past them. Oh, here's a hall, let's go up the stairs that don't do anything, and let's go into this room. And that was it, that was the stream. Oh, also, funnily enough, the kitchen, where the 3 old ladies were, if you stick around there, the 3 old ladies get suspicious, and they summon... What's it called? Well, let's have a look. It's probably... 163... 136, sorry. I want to get the right name. 389. It's something that's important. A devlin, yes. Suddenly several of the flames spring from the fire and take the shape of a devlin, a creature made of fire itself. You could have met Evil Flamio, and you missed it. Oh. You always miss something that's significant to your character. Last time it was the dragon that was soothed by the sound of a flute, and this time it was Evil Flamio. Yeah, I know, you missed it. Oh well. What did the fleece do? Okay, so the fleece, the Hydra is scared of the fleece. I don't know why. So that could have saved you some time in that room. I don't know. See, what the problem was, that your clue for the fleece was that the woman by the river said, you need that in order to get to the what's-his-face. That, quite right, Hazel. So much. This was just the previous stream, so you've done quite a lot of this, to be honest. What I should have said, thinking ahead, is that the book's not going to tell you, you know, do you want to use the fleece because the Hydra's scared of it? But it will give you the prompt, what item do you want to use? Do you want to use the pocket myriad or the mirror or the fleece? So it'll kind of give you a hint. I should have, thinking ahead, I should have had the woman tell you, oh, there's a monster in front of the master's quarters. I'm not sure what it is, but it's scared of the fleece or something like that. So I probably should have adjusted that, but I don't know. Hang on, let me get to the actual page. What was it? That's just a black screen. Thank you very much, Windows. Oh, it's doing this again. What's the spider in the jar? Spider in a jar is weird. Hydra. Here we are. Oh, look at it. Quite a lot of ways to die. The Ganges and the Hydra. This was where I did take a little bit of pity on you. This is when you fell out of the window from the Ganges. Would have been an instant death, but I thought that was unfair, so I gave you the option of surviving that, because you have spells to help you. Spider in the jar, that's the thing. Yeah, fleece 37. You draw out the skin and the creature hisses loudly. All its heads retreat and it remains still, watching you. There's a door on the far side. He just doesn't like it. Just doesn't like the police. Sunstreaks are happy we won. Yeah. They're like, yay! That guy was an arsehole. He didn't let us in the castle. So here we are. SPD 39. You take out the jar, and as you do, the Ganges gasp. Rachni, says a voice. You have returned! And with those words, an invisible hand snatches the jar from you and lays it on the ground and opens the lid. The Spider-Man turns towards you and growls a little growl. You draw your sword, and the beast scuttles towards you angrily. If the Spider-Man gets a hit on you, it kills you instantly. So you are right to not like the spider in the jar, miss. And whoever else didn't like the spider in the jar. It's just a horrible person. Anyway, it's enough of that. Let's draw a picnic. You won! Anticlimax! Hooray! That's why we kill all spiders. Yes. Right, picnic. So how do picnic? Picnic! What's the sort of... How about we do this like on the edge of the cliff from Fraggle Rock, whatever it was. If you kill all spiders, we get killed by bugs. No, you kill all bugs as well. It's a busy job. Every time you kill a spider, you kill a bug. It works. Also, I have several spiders in my room, and I've got a mosquito bite right in between the middle of my eyebrows. So those bloody spiders are doing nothing. They will be receiving an what's the word I'm looking for? They will not be receiving a glowing report, is what I'm trying to say. Has Beth ever smiled? Hang on. That's weird. She's eating at the moment. She's having cheese. Also, good job on avoiding eating the bread. That would have reduced your skill. The food in this place is weird. Because you were about to eat the bread before going into Dire's place, weren't you? It's horrible bread, it's not good. Did I smirk while drunk? True. She's also slightly drunk now, so it's fine. She was in serious mode because she was on the job. Now she can relax. Relax with all the new friends. In particular, Blamio can come out now. It's free! No longer needs the protections. But like a nice sort of... I'm gonna have to make this bigger at some point. Got a lot of friends to fit in this. So here is a twisty old tree that is hanging over the edge. Just gives us a bit of a grounding, you know. Did we ever find out who's shooting arrows at Beth? My assumption is that it was somebody like up on the wall, up on the ceiling, up on the roof of the main fort. It was just dark and you couldn't see who it was. Never got the man his medicine. Good job. He would have bitten you. Up on the ceiling of the open courtyard. Yes, it's chaos. Beth has just cut open a good loaf of bread and put some cheese in it. It's been a long evening, night. And Beth has a healthy appetite. Gotta get energy for those strength spells somehow. A chicken sandwich. I won't judge. Long day's night. Right, so who else is at this picnic? Who do we remember is here? Hang on. Park! Yeah! What about Park? How can I forget about Park? Alright, so there's... Oh, Seamus. Hanging around. He wasn't invited, but he showed up anyways. He showed up anyways, and the consequences occurred. Calancorn, yes. The elf scouts, young orcs come if they're tethered to the tree. Rock. Fuck. I need to get. I need to get reference if I'm gonna do this. And there's. I was gonna do like the tower in the distance or something. Doesn't really sort of work. Probably on fire now, why not? Someone's gonna stand in front of that, it's fine. Friends with the mismatched eyes who like green thing. Oh, the scouts, yes. So I'm gonna have... See if I can vaguely... I think the main... That was the main part, wasn't it? I think he also had a goatee of some description. Oh, fine, let's get reference. When was this? Like stream 5, something like that? Oh, there was the party. Forgot about that. Wheelie Calancorm, yeah. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to be able to draw. How was it earlier than that? 4? Yeah, there we are. Aw. Bohawk, big face. Okay, cool. The party can come too. I will draw them eventually. I've got an hour and a half. Oh, I've just realised that my setup's weird. That's why it's feeling awkward to read chat. Hang on. I'm going to move you down here so I can see you better. There we go. Good. There you go. Hello. I can see you now. That's better. What was the what? Little. This doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna do like that, sort of hands on the floor sort of thing. That makes sense. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got you an axe in the back of your head. I believe Park was half goblin, half giant. I think that was. A big old goblin tits. How do necks work exactly? It's not like that, is it? A necklace of something or other. There, a little sing-song. Yes, you think so? Okay, so that's that. I did like something. I think Miss said. I'm not sure. I'm bad at crediting. The mister said little orc babies should be tied up to the tree. Make sure they don't run around, cause a ruckus, fall off anything. No, who was that? Who came up with that idea? I'm gonna scroll. Oh, it was dark. Yes. Did not see little orc babies. Let's find the little orc babies. Stream 5? No? Stream 4? Oh no, it was stream 3. It was the avoiding all content stream. There they are. Damn, little orc babs. You were there for the next stream because I think you were the one who suggested picking up the wooden axe. Yeah, the toy axe that saved your lives. You'll be pleased to know that nothing happens in that room. So it's basically the choice you have in the book is, do you want to kill them or not? And if you kill them, your character basically goes, nothing happened. You feel a bit bad, and then you leave. Otherwise, you just. Yeah. You can give them the pocket myriad, and then they'll play with it and fall asleep. That's a thing you can do. Just become a casual baby murderer, yeah. But the book does make you feel bad about it by going, there's nothing of use in this room. You've just killed these things for no particular reason. You expected something to happen, but nothing happened. This one's happy with being on top of the other one. It's like, yeah, I am the king of the castle. Anyway, that's the basic idea. I don't think it should have killed you on the spot that says you're a terrible person. I mean, I'd just take it up with Steve Jackson. Hang on, I can give you the flavor text. Oop, go away. Oh no, it doesn't make you feel bad. It just makes you feel... Pretends you didn't insist on killing the babies. The little creatures squeal and huddle together as you approach. You run them through with your sword, but they put up no resistance. You feel a little wary that such an easy battle, or about such an easy battle, and make for the door at the far end of the room. And then you leave. But you didn't do that, because you're nice. So well done. That's horrible. I know. But you didn't do that, because you're nice. And they get to terrorize another day. So here's like sort of plates of sandwiches. Big old tankards of beer and stuff. So, a wheel of cheese. We're good people that don't murder babies, because that's how low the bar is in this game. I mean, yeah. Not really leaving an awful lot of space for what's going on, am I? Who else deserves to be at the front? Scouts, I guess. Scouts are nice. Oh, they were the one who. So in the book, they were originally they were the ones who were supposed to give you the amulet, but at no point in the description of the room or them does it mention that there's an amulet in it. But you would have gotten it had I actually bothered looking for it. What was I doing? Scouts. I think this is gonna have to be. Scouts are good. Scouts are. Let me remind myself how they looked. It was a fairly late one, wasn't it? At the end of a stream. Is the horrible chair coming? Ah, here we are. So they've got big old downward spiky ears, variety of hair, big eye on their left. Good to know. No. Just straight no. I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, I don't really know what the scouts did. Oh yeah, the other thing. The thing you didn't encounter with the scouts, because you were nice to them. They can blow really hard. That's the thing with them. They attack you by blowing you really hard, and they slam you against the wall, and then you get knocked unconscious and go to prison. There are lots of different ways to go to prison. So that's another thing I should show you with my my little map. There's a non-linearity to this game. Here we are. So this is Calancorm.
Blowing you really hard, wink wonk.
I've got to get it up to something in that room. And you get here via 234. But you can get there via here. Park can knock you out. You can get there via here during the games if you annoy them. You can get via here in the library, which you did. You can get there via... pretty sure there's somewhere else. No, was that it? I think that's it. Oh yeah, there is also a weird way that you can get from the kitchen to the golem. Can't remember how that happens. But yeah, there's a variety of ways you can get to the prison. Oh, and falling through the floor. If you were to... Do you remember the maths room? If you fell through the floor, that would have taken you to the prison. So yeah. I imagine this is like the first time in a very long time the scouts have actually been outside. They're just sort of enjoying it. Auto-saving. How big is this file now? Contains every picture I've done. It's 313 megabytes. Anyway. don't even know what I drew here. What is this? That makes more sense. They also get nice food for once. They don't just have to serve it. These are like the dobbies of the book, by the way. Sandwiches. Now I've got to work out how these ears work from the top down. Just having a nice sunbathe. Cal and Corm. What are they up to? How are they going to enjoy the picnic? I think I'm going to drag this over slightly. Probably arm wrestling each other. Oh no, they'll probably arm wrestle one of the friends from the start, right? One of these guys. So you got the two goblins, you got the rocker dwarf, and you got the big old orc, I think. Nearly threw those kids off the cliff. You wouldn't have felt bad for long though, so no worries. Look, I didn't do anything. It's okay, I got a good copy and paste. I cannily hid this orc behind a fire, so I now have to work out how to draw the rest of them. Or there's another fire. Why not? Memories. Remember that from like 11 weeks ago? Always obstructed by fire. Yeah, I've forgotten what they look like already. Hang on. Let's just... Up there for the sake of reference. And then you've got like a kind of receding. So. Of the idea of Beth just pulling everyone outside for a picnic, telling the chicken boy's been defeated. Everyone's just like, Thought you came here for the forge. Did you ever find the forge? Problem is, the only one who knew the way to the forge was Clockboy, so... Don't know how you get there now. No, I didn't want to go to the forge. Yeah, but we can't find it now. No, that was a cover story. I'm not actually here. Actually, is it a good forge? Maybe I am. Turns out it really is broken, yeah. That's why the demi-sorcerer didn't have a sword. It's all one big coincidence. Now I've got to draw an arm wrestle between an obscured orc and a two-headed lizard friend. Where are they? Where are they when you need them? It was after that, wasn't it? Ugh. There they are. There's Callan Corm. How you doing? Oops. Oh, that's weird. Clip Studio, you're weird. Oh, it looks like we're roasting Seamus. I mean... Just a disgruntled and bored Smith sat there waiting for the repairs to get done. The one person you don't meet in the entire thing. Okay, so how does Callan Corm? So they're just sort of like big old friendly, spiky things. How do arm wrestles go? Like that, right? Good thing about rocks is they can be any shape you like. They're like sort of plates of armor and stuff. They have spikes? Yeah. So you're gonna put spike on Cal. Poorly? What was the who with the how? What did I say? Did I say how do I draw blank? Because that would be an accurate response. Oh, how do arm wrestles usually go? Also, while we're here, special thanks, again, to Adrian von Ziegler for the wonderful background music. For free. check out their stuff. They recently released a hour-long video of improvised harp music. If you want something relaxing to put on in the background. Borman is not impressed. He's like, this is the first thing we do when we get out. Seriously? And so many plans! Not even gonna look. This is my arm you're using. You know it's stronger. Do you know what? I've just remembered somebody. Close enough. It's the wine friend. I've got to remember how to draw him. You got to have somebody to provide the drinks for the picnic. So yeah, what's Beth gonna do now that she has saved the Vale? Let's get reference for our friend. Should have actually labelled any of these layers. Vincent Price looking friend. That there. Dark elf with a vampire aesthetic. It's nice to have your own look, you know? Needs a big hat because he gets sunburned easily, and not because he's a vampire at all. The one thing in this castle that looks like a vampire isn't. Turns out the chicken was. Who'd have thought? You don't know what Beth would have planned, actually go find the forge. Maybe. Beth's like, what can I get out of this? It wasn't twiddly, it was just sort of... Auto-saving! But no, he wouldn't wear a hat. That's very much against protocol. Absolutely not in keeping. I have no idea how this head works. Don't worry about it. Don't know why he's barefoot. He's not been given... His clothes are all tatty and stuff. You know, he's not been well catered for, if you'll pardon the expression. Put on a vest, yes. Folks said the sun energy was a family thing, so you're guessing it was the sorcerer side. Yeah, I guess so. Sorcerer's apparently allergic to sun. Oh, look at this guy. Trying to sneak in around Beth. To be fair, Beth has already smooched him, so... whomsoever else. Oh, hang on, also tied to the tree. Well, the rope snake. You bonked him on the head, but now he's woken up. But he's still dangerous, so he's wrapped around a tree. Did we ever get the magic dagger? No, it was a guaranteed combat round, so... You could throw it and just immediately do 2 damage. Hydra and their many hats? Are we going to invite the Hydra? They weren't exactly friends. They did try to eat you. Ooh, I remember another one. Can't remember what they looked like. I think they look like... What do they look like? That's what they look like. There's the golem. And you get a chance to start again. Yeah. Rock! Hey. The washing lady probably can't leave. Turns out she's a ghost. You didn't find that out because you were nice to her. So, I think she's just sort of eternally washing clothes. And if you would have made her angry, those clothes would have attacked you. And they have regrown to a big, strong rock man. Yes, see, that magic does regrow. Although that's more to do with sort of accumulation of sediment. That sucks, eternally washing clothes. I know. Don't know what she did to deserve that. Probably nothing, knowing Cluck Boy. Washing lady was dangerous, but you were nice, so it's fine. You're being nice in this book. What? I don't even know what that pun's supposed to be. I'm bad. He's a beanie? What? Not a pun. Oh, okay. Yay! Good. I didn't not understand a pun. Hooray. I'm putting off drawing this party, by the way. The big fire friend. Unrelated, but they're there. Nope. Probably some coins going around for this arm wrestle. Oh yeah, there's the rest of the gang. I'm gonna have to move this tree again, aren't we? Oh no, we can't do that. Oh, see? Having this joke about the fire gets in the way, doesn't it? I'm wrestling with... Oh yeah, good point. Shush you. And you're making sense. Hey look, the rock got bigger. Now it makes sense why Cal's doing it and not Corm. Corm's arm. Thank you for pointing that out. Who needs anatomy to make sense? I know. This is a Calencorm. They can have whatever anatomy they want. Or I want. Yes, so the other friends. So I believe there were other sort of goblin friends around the fire. Yes. Two goblins, they were smacking each other. Yes, they were. It's at this point I should probably start using a smaller brush, but I think I've already made it smaller from when I was working on Beth. Yes, they're cheering their friend on. All fun and games. Who needs precision? Who needs people to understand what you've just drawn? This is modern art. If anyone understands what you've drawn, you've failed. Let's see, you've got to... Because these were like hired mercenaries, weren't they? So imagine they got some sort of armour on. Plated. What else have we got at the picnic? There's a nice little spot here. Don't know what's going on there. After the picnic, everyone's going to follow Beth to the clothing store. Which is not drawn by me. We're going to get weird to do that. And then everyone's going to look good. Just want to point out there is grass here. We're missing dwarf friend. We are, yes. How about... What do they look like? They look like that. So... Oh. Well, friend, yes, there were... We had our contingent of mercenaries at the beginning. What did he look like? Always use reference, kids. Because you got a big old bulgy nose. Difficult to make somebody with a receding hairline look like they're headbanging. Relation to the dwarf from Forest of Doom. Which one? There was a whole village of... Actually, let's... I was going to give him a guitar to rock out on and Gark singing along, but it sort of makes better to give him like a mandolin or something. Please answer your question about the bottle or the flask or whatever. Who, what? He had a bottle or something? What was that? I think that, like, restored spell uses? Or something like that? Go away thing. Orcs, etc. That's what it's labelled as on my thing. Oh wow, okay, that's interesting. So you find 8 if you fight them and kill them. You find 8 gold, a copper key, which is the key that you needed to get into the woman's room, who shot fire at out of her eyes. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a jar of ointment. Oh no, a jar of ointment is a different thing. I don't know why they have that key. Jar of ointment's a different thing, but keep that in mind for a second. The liquid is written in runes as a potion of magic, and it can restore your magic twice. So you can use 2 more spells than you'd otherwise expect. So that's what that was. The ointment, oddly enough, is one. If I'm remembering correctly, let me have a look. Yes. The ointment is one of only 2 ways that you can get through the room with the Ganges, i.e. the Haunters. You can use the amulet, or you can use the ointment. I don't know why the ointment works. But apparently, that's one way you can get through. You can either be nice to the scouts or kill those guys. You have to do one of those 2 things to beat the game. Oh, what a weird book this is. Anyway. Back to the mandolin. I think he was bare-armed, wasn't he? Why not? Fantasy mandolin. It's got a weird head. So yeah, he's accompanying Gark. Looking a little bit like a gnome here. Not intentional. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you particularly missed in this. Some people like tall folks, other people are like folks who can shoot liquid fire from their eyes. Other people like folks who can turn into pieces of furniture in an extraordinarily painful fashion. Falcon the Dwarf don't look like they're singing playing the same song. It's a calm song that's supposed to be being played, but the dwarf is definitely playing it with a passion. As is his wont. I'm sure the perspective and scale here is just absolutely spot on. Move you a little bit up. Was the fountain anything special, or would we have died from humble, unspecified arrows? Okay, so the fountain had a little door leading down underneath it. And in that room were 3 vials of liquid, or three goblets of liquid, I should say. And some little bat friends flying around them, and they just left as soon as you walk in. And I think one of them restores your health. One of them turns into mud and tastes horrible, and you lose a luck. Don't know why. And one of them causes you to have a bit of a fit and get visions of the future, in which you see Calancorm. You don't know that it's Calancorm yet, but you see visions of a 2-headed beast in a prison place, and it gives you a hint that they are terrified of mice. And if you cast an illusion spell, then they'll run away from the mouse that you make. So that's a hint that you would have gotten. Right. There's the rest of the party. Who else? Is there anyone else nice? It's a pretty pleasant picnic as it is. The scouts at least are having a good time. Now you're just imagining the vision to be Calancorn standing on the table because the mice are running around. I can tell you what the vision was. This is spoilers for the rest of the game if you want to play it yourself. Turns out it's not a great story. Which one is it? 58. I think it's the clear liquid. Why don't I just go to where you actually make a mouse for Calancorn? As if in a dream, you see a vision of a strange muscular creature with 2 heads, a long tail, scaly grey skin. In its hand holds a large bunch of keys. A mouse runs across the table at which it's sitting, and it shrieks loudly. Yeah, so it gets all scared. They get all scared because the mice. The wheelies? Do we want the wheelies? Coming along? How about the three women who work in the kitchen? They didn't do you any harm. They can cater. Yeah, sure, you sound enthusiastic. Are we scraping the bottom of the barrel here, or is there anyone else? Oh, you also missed a lady who's made of whirlwinds and some tentacles in the opening courtyard. Completely missed those. You missed a lot of the weird stuff in this game. That's the reason I wanted to play it, because of the weird stuff. Need more food than just a sandwich and wine. They can cook some chicken for everyone. Okay, so let's put in. Here's a little keg, or a little barrel keg, and on top of it we can put some nice food. Like a basket of meat, chicken wings or something. Wonder where they came from. A little tap. What? Oh, I know. There were eggs in Balthus Dire's room. Might as well make sure they come along. They're safe. The eggs! You can invite the Sylph Lady along, although she is just Ash at this point. Do we ever find out what those were from? Yeah, my imagination. I just added them for flavour. Which is weird, I don't like the flavour of eggs. The what lady? Oh, I probably never explained that she's a sylph. The lady with fire eyes is a sylph. Party go. Oh yeah, the party goers. How just. We do need more food though. Here is a bucket of baguettes. An actual bucket. Get the ones who you assign games to in there, or the ones who are actively trying to kill you through games of chance. I'm not going to invite the ape dog and the dog ape. Yes, we might as well. They were nice. They were pleasant enough. Quick save. Save your work. So, must have been the first thing I drew. Because they're out of a job now, of course, aren't they? My word. That doesn't look right. What's going on there? Get rid of that. I don't know why I looked at this. I can only draw one dog, and I can only draw one approximation of an ape. A pog and dape. Fair enough. Dorgard, the rhino guy? Would he turn up to a picnic? Maybe. He clearly didn't enjoy his job, so makes sense. I imagine the dog ape is probably enjoying the arm wrestle. And make sure I draw it so it doesn't look like Luna. It's like, me next, me next. Someone's got to be eating here. Everyone's into the arm wrestling contest. It's a thing. People like a thing. Luna who? What? With how? Luna's cousin that she doesn't talk about. Yes. Either Luna can talk. Luna can, yeah. How dare you not read my October comics? Le gasp! They are for everybody. Everybody must like them. That's how that works, right? If you get Patreon is a thing, and Twitter and Instagram. It's fine. It's not for everyone. It's fine. Luna talks a lot. Luna's vocal. Possibly still one of my favourite panels. Where is it? It was 30. Yeah, it's a good one. That Luna, yeah. Twitter ones aren't up to that. Yeah, it's like she's one of the earliest introduced characters, but don't worry about it. There aren't that many more characters to. Well, actually, I suppose there are. I'm currently drawing a comic in which a new one is being introduced. And now we need the ape dog, wherever they are. They're just sort of here. They do not approve. Love the gargoyles. They're cheeky. I think it was weird. I think that sort of gave me the idea for what they would do. I just showed them my initial drawings of them, and we had said about one of them that they look like they're up to mischief. Okay. And it's taken me 30 comics for them to actually do anything. You look at your Twitter and it's like, hey, this is interesting, right? Maybe T weeks ago when it was posted to Twitter. Gargoyle's good and you definitely didn't type gargoyles. Look. I don't know what's going on in their personal life. I just know what they're doing at work. They clearly hang out in their personal life. While they're doing work is scamming visitors. Look, if you don't look after your personal effects, PK do crime and gambling. Yes, not on the job. Also, in your defense, unless you speak a name out loud, you will forget it immediately. Oh, I'm like that. Apart from the ones characters I've made myself. But even then, sometimes. Right. I suppose we better get to this party, haven't we? I might. Right, where was this? We have 7 minutes in which to draw this party at the picnic. You never did do the gargoyle, did you? It's fair enough. I don't think there was anything in there. And it's a hard fight because it's made of stone. Was it really this long ago? It was! Stream 5! Right. What about the gargoyle? Fair enough. Understandable. It's a nightmare at work because it's past the point where you can just ask what people's names are. Oh no. You're in the October position. If it's been too long, I can't actually ask anyone now. There's a puddle and this little sphere. We'll do them first. Where is puddle? Here is puddle. There we are, they're friends. You know what your job is at least. That's good. They're just to be in the tree. Sure, why not? Let's have a look at your particular design so I can get the hang of it. You got longish hair, crisscross bells on your feet, hanging your mug upside down as you would. There's a little tip for anyone who wants to draw something upside down. If you turn your canvas around and then draw it the right way up, and then turn it around again, it'll be upside down. If you want more facts like this, join my Patreon. One stick arm? What? Oh yeah. I just didn't finish that apparently. That's canon now. This isn't going to look very good at all. You're massive! Yeah. They're doing what they always do. Hanging upside down and having a good time. I've decimated this tree, haven't I? Given that we're nearish the end of this, I suppose I better start asking what you guys want to do afterwards. Because this is the end of the draw-throughs. Or the draw-through, rather. We'll do more. I'll probably take a couple of weeks where this stream slot will be like just a random wild card again. To be a jester hanging upside down in a tree just vibing. It's goals. Yes, so there's a variety of things we can do hither. The Adventures of Bethany. We can either try and do what I've been calling passive draw through. We can try and do another passive draw through, like the Metal Gear Solid one or the Final Fantasy one, where it's like I had like sort of puffs and shoulders. Where it's just whatever. Where we just go through a game and there's no particular input, but we just mess around with it, as we always do. A la Sock and Sonic. Or, and this is going to take more setup, we can try something different, which we haven't done before, but which is very much an experiment that I have in mind. That could be either a lot of fun or an absolute disaster. It'll be a lot more interactive. Oh, good gif. Yes. Thumbs up. Bill Gear. No particular input apart from the names and the clothing and the weapons and part of the design. Like we went out on Metal Gear. We did a lot of weird stuff with that, and I encourage that. So, who else is at this party? Yeah, so do you want to do something that's sort of very interactive, or do you want to take some time and go back to doing the simpler ones? The Sock and Muck one was interesting, yes. What I want to know is, do you want the next draw through to be very interactive or a bit more relaxing? I won't tell you exactly what the very interactive thing is yet, because I've still got to iron things out, and it'll take a bit of setup. But it also doesn't have to be like it's not like this draw through where if you guys don't roll the dice or vote on something, nothing happens. Like I can move things along, but I didn't do the bow tie. There we go. Yep. It's a little snack. This was a pun, wasn't it? What was it? I seem to remember the snake was a joke, but I don't remember what the joke was. Relaxing might be nice, also gives you time to prep the active one. Acting sounds good. I believe the snakes are married. Oh, the Viking Cobra, that was it. See, you guys know these things better than me. There's a fish on the wall. How do I draw these things? Gotta get it right. You know how many of my fans would be upset if I don't get it quite right? Oh, they will hound me for years. No one's quite no one's quite sure how they get there, but. Hunchback, hood, little guy, thin guy. Door knocker. Hunchback with tiny hand. I think I'll just leave it there, actually. It's at the end of the stream. I think that's good enough for a picnic, don't you? Yeah, that's a nice little... The end. Hey. Stretching, right. Thank you for coming along. I don't think this one was quite as successful as The Forest of Doom, mostly because of the book, but also because of my not really reading ahead, trying not to spoil things for myself, and then getting cold feet about improvising about things. This was a problematic playthrough. But you know, you learn things for the future and all that. Right. I guess we've got to sort of work out what we want to do next after this. But this is the end of the Citadel.
Thanks for the good adventure. But seriously, Golden Fleece scaring the Hydra, what the heck?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's the same logic that means you can scare off evil phantoms with ointment. But there you go. I can't even remember how you get rid of the furniture people. I'm glad people enjoy these. The ointment's just really smelly. It's like Marley. Just don't like the smell. Fire. No, I think they are... I think they can sort of nullify magic. So... as quite a lot of things would be in an adventure that specifically revolves around magic. You have to work out ways of stopping it. Oh, you mean real fire? Oh, okay. Just open up. Let Flameo do the work. Yeah. Well, that's it. That was... there's 12 streams? I think it's 12 streams. I don't know how many there were for the Forest of Doom, but yeah. You explored relatively thoroughly. You missed a couple of bits and bobs, but none of them were particularly essential. Flameo needs sustenance too. They'll get plenty of oil, plenty of burnable material. Yeah. So that's that. Thank you for coming along. It's kind of... if I wanted to take a break from streaming, now would be the ideal time, wouldn't it? Because we've just finished a game, we've just finished a draw through. I could just go, no, we're going to stop now for a bit. But yeah, we're not going to do that. Oil and souls, everything a growing Flameo needs. Oh. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Again, I feel like this was a bit clunky. I feel like maybe the idea of these is better than the execution, but I'm sure we'll try and work something out. Yeah. Thank you for coming along. Like I say, I don't know what we're going to do next Tuesday. Probably just something random. You know, maybe try and brush up this picnic scene, turn it into a nicer picture or something. I'll work it out. I'll work something out. Maybe. Chill doodles. Why not? And then we'll work out sort of what game we want to do for the next draw through. Most of the Forest of Doom had more fun stuff. It's also because it was more open, I think. And none of the things were connected. you know, they were only connected in as much as, oh, you got the key for this somewhere else. But there wasn't really any meaningful connections between things. And that's what I was worried about with this, was you suggested an idea and I was like, maybe we shouldn't do that because that might affect things later on, and I got some cold feet about stuff. But the Forest of Doom is just like completely independent scenarios. Definitely think the book wasn't as good as FOD, less room to improvise, yeah. Connection was that everything lived in the same forest. Yeah. Because originally, before we started this, I gave you a choice of 3 books. It was Castle, Dungeon, and Port, I think I gave you, and you went with Castle. I think Port might have been a better idea, because at least that's like a town that you can explore. That might be more fun. That is ever the problem with adventures in such enclosed locations. Exactly, yeah. Dungeon probably would have been worse. Actually, I know Dungeon would have been worse because that's a bloody difficult one. But we got Port if we want to do that. Yeah, so we'll work out. Let me know what sort of game maybe you consider doing for the next draw through. It has to be a game I'm familiar with, but other than that, we could do another Final Fantasy. We could do another Metal Gear Solid. We could do, I don't know, what else would work in that form? Something story heavy. FF9 might be fun. It would probably be 8, 9, or 10. 8's insane. 10 has a good story, but 9 would be fun to draw. You know what I mean? But no, we'll see. You don't know games. Then you are the perfect viewer of these. So you can make things. Look, one thing I was tempted to do, actually, I was tempted to do Final Fantasy VIII, but at every point where the main character makes a decision, I will let you make that decision, and then we'll just see how it ends up. Because I'm pretty confident in saying that every decision the main character makes is awful. But I don't know. You refuse to learn about games. That's excellent. Yeah, so tomorrow we will be starting a new game. I went against everyone's advice. Ooh. Yeah, it didn't work. Yay. Oh, sometimes these things don't work. That's why we end up making pictures of King Vader. Yes! Who knows what's going to happen if we do... Oh god, if we do 8. Actually, no, if we do 9. Kuja, his outfit is significant. Well, I drew Kuja, didn't I? During the boss brush. Why does no site work but Jiffy? They should all... Anything that ends in .gif should work. Sorry, GIF. Who? Featherboy. Jockstrap Featherboy. Anywho. We may or may not get to that. Who knows? The only worry I have is that a Final Fantasy is quite long. So... I did a boss brush. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be starting a new game. It's a pretty new game. By my standards. It's a very new game. It's 40 gigabytes. 40 gigabytes. My word. Final Fantasy is long, really? I mean, it depends how long I take to draw them, so yes. The only boss brush you remember is horses and Ernstern. Was there anything particularly fun in the 9 one? Misliked Kuja, I remember that. Mistook a shine to Kuja. I don't think there was anything else, really. Depends on how much side content I do. Almost certainly none. That said, when we did Final Fantasy VII, I did do the Wutai side quest, but that I feel is at least plot significant and a good excuse to draw the Turks, so... Is there much side content? I mean, I'm not going to draw the frog mini-game every time you can do the frog mini-game. I'm not going to draw the Choco Hot and Cold. Kuja's a style icon. We all love the Turks, yes. I don't suppose that there isn't really an equivalent of the Turks in 9, is there? Like these recurring comic relief baddies. Zorn and Thorn. Zorn and Thorn are the Turks of Final Fantasy IX. That is not an analogy I ever thought I'd make. Oh dear. Anyway. What about the random size stuff in 10, like the dog that gives you a summon move, because why not? Yes, I missed that on my last playthrough, and I was like, oh god! But yeah, 10 honestly doesn't have that much. It's got little bits and bobs, but I'm not going to draw those. In fact, if you remember back almost 2 years ago to the Final Fantasy VII draw through, Midgard took 3 streams. That was it. Whole of Midgard, 3 streams, because I skipped over drawing quite a lot of it. Although that was back when I didn't really know what I was doing, and I stuck to my rule of every character, every boss, every significant plot point, that's it. Rather than whatever's fun. I'm also not going to draw all of the Moogles in 9. Because that will be a lot of Moogles. Stiltskin, maybe, who knows. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I should put it up for a vote. Or summit. We'll see. It'll be a couple of weeks until we do that anyway. We're going to have some relaxing streams on Tuesdays, probably. So, speaking of relaxing, tomorrow, new game. Not relaxing at all. Probably quite scary, actually. Maybe not, but also maybe. I don't know. I've never played the game. Or seen a playthrough. Blind playthroughs of games. New games. Ish. Scary? Not scary. Well, maybe scary. I don't know. I don't think scary. I don't think like proper horror scary, but creepy, maybe. But Moogles. Moogles are cute. Tense scary? Probably. We'll see. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. I'm going into it blind. I'm interested. I think it's more an action game than a scary game, but there's probably themes of scare. Not too much. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out together. Monster scary. There are monsters, but not monsters. But also kind of monsters. Yeah, there are enemies that are monsterish, but not like... I don't know. Gotten to like scary games more and more as you get older. Yeah. I don't like boo scare, which is... I don't think this game is boo scare, but I think there is an atmosphere. But not like... Well, yeah. It's not dark. I think it's well lit. You know, it's not that kind of atmosphere. It's just an atmosphere of unsureness, if that makes sense. Your answers to my questions are yeah, no, maybe yeah, no. That's because I don't know. From what I have seen of this game, it's not a horror game. It is an action game, but I can't deny that you are fighting monsters, and that those monsters may be surprising. Thinking trolling us. I just don't know. I've seen a speed run of the game, so I know how to get out of bounds, and that's it. We'll see tomorrow, because that's when I'm starting to play it. Hello, Kira. How you doing? Hearts. Many hearts. Did you just get here, Kira? Have I missed you? No, because we drew a thing. We drew a picnic. Just in case you missed that. It was a happy picnic with lots of friends. Anyway. Yeah, so new game tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. It's by a company whose work I really, 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 really like. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I like it. You only just got here. You won the game in one move. Well done. Busiest edge of cliff picnic. Definitely. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you everyone for joining in. These types of draw-throughs are very much fueled by that, and you made it as good a time as could have been made from what turns out to be relatively weak source material. But there you go. Yeah. Thank you for coming along. Thank you again to Adrian von Ziegler, as always, for their excellent music. Thank you for drawing the picnic you've been joking about for 5 streams. I had to draw it at the end. I had to draw it. You know, we had the nice little scene with Pal at the end on their own, and I feel like, you know, Beth spent more time making friends than enemies in this, so it just sort of works. Yeah. Beth made way more friends, yes, absolutely. Despite being a more stoic person in appearance, orc in appearance, elf orc. Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for making this what this is. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy the ones to come. See you tomorrow for a new game. Goodbye. Look after yourselves. Be good.